Good day to you. Today is my first experience of wild camping, hopefully. I'm going up to Chantonbury Hill. I've watched all the videos. I know what I'm doing. I've got all the gear. I ain't got a clue. I've just left the van and I'm shattered. They talk about, in the wild camping videos on YouTube, they talk a lot about weight in your pack, in that pack. And to the extent where people were saying, well, if you buy this sleeping bag, you'll save 28 grams. And I was sitting there in my front room going, really? Now I know exactly what they mean. I've got 17 kilos in the back of this, which don't sound a lot really, in the big scheme of things. I weigh 80 odd kilos, but it is a lot. And I've only just started, and I've got to climb. It's not major hardcore, it's only about 135 metres in the air. And I couldn't get into the car park nearby, so I've had to park miles away. So I'll probably come back to a burnt out shell in the morning of my van. And anyway, so it's a slight uphill battle at the moment. I'll show you a picture in a minute of where we're going. It should be appearing on the horizon. And I'm really excited for it actually, because I've never done this before. And we'll see how I get on. So, there it is, right up there. It's illegal apparently to camp up there, as it is in most of the country, wild camping that is. So we're going to see how we get on. I've been up there before and it's a lovely spot, and the weather today is alright. It's going to be cold tonight, it's going down to about 3 degrees, and at the top there I think it's going to be 12-30 mile an hour winds, but possible gusts of sort of like 25, which could make it interesting at 2 o'clock in the morning. Oh, and it's supposed to be, there's a lot of folklore surrounding that place, and it's a lot of dark mysteries. Apparently you walk around it 3 times backwards and the devil will appear with a bowl of soup. If he appears with a can of Stella, we might get a deal. But then you drink that Stella and his soul is yours. Or rather, your soul is his. I'm hallucinating already. I've got about 300 yards. Alright, so this is where that. So I'll do a spooky here. I think I was coming from up down that lane past that house. My van's down there somewhere. Yeah, that's that fits the part for the devil's playground, doesn't it? About half hour in, we're getting there. God, it's a long bloody way though. Well, it's not a long way, it's just bloody hard work. It's all mud and oomph gut. But that's how high we are now, which is quite nice. So when you get near the top, you get the sun coming out. That's where I've just come from. That's how high we are. Oh, look at the sweat. That's where we're going. And there's the sunshine. So let's get up to the top there. I think it's going to be absolutely gorgeous up there. Oh yeah. So we're there. Well, we're nearly there. That's the hill fort just there. And you might be able to just about see the views which are going up towards Gatwick and the North Downs and eventually London. And behind me is the sun. So I'm going to get up there and see if there's anywhere suitable to camp. I've got at least another hour of daylight, so I'm going to have to mooch about a bit before I actually put the tent up. But it looks good. But as soon as the sun goes down, it's going to be freezing. I'm sweating and as soon as I stop, that's going to start making me cold. But I've got loads of layers in the bag, which is good. Oh, isn't this just lovely? Look at it. This is on the edge of the mound. So that down there, that would have been where they had the ditch, and then the walls would have been built up onto the right hand side, and this would have just there. And this is the centre. They reckon it's an Iron Age thing, I think. Animal enclosure, probably a few houses and whatever. But apparently the Romans took it over and they built a couple of temples right in the middle, which is interesting. So, and I think you can see Roman sort of pottery work, or the remains of it anyway, bits and pieces in there. So I'm gonna go and have a little look. So there we go. Most people have gone home. There's probably about half hour of daylight left, and it's all up and running. There we go, look at that, in the middle of the woods. Hopefully I'm not going to arouse a farmer. He's going to come out here and tell me to go away. So hopefully this is it for the night. It's lovely. It's so nice. I wanted to camp on the edge there, so you've got an uninterrupted view, but it's very slopey. And this is the flattest spot I could get, and it's gorgeous. There's people walking by, and kids are sort of like, "Oh, mummy, there's a tent." But no one's kind of bothering me yet. It's got me a nice little seat. That weighs about 4 stone, but it's really nice to have. So this is the all the gear. Oh, cold. That's a sleeping bag, in case you didn't know. There's my pack. It's an Osprey, second hand, and this is a Nature Hike Cloud Peak 2 tent. It's 2-man, but it's just one of those little tents. Would just be like sleeping in a coffin, so I'm not having that. So there's a bit of extra weight there. It's 2.5 kilos this tent, but it's really, really nice. It's got a lovely design. It's got 2 entrances. There's one there as well, and I did a bit of a modification here. Bought a tarp, cut it up, and pegged it down, and you've got a little nice dry bit there where I'm going to sit in a minute and have a beer. And what else we got here? Oh look, there's a little thing of wine. Where did that come from? Got water for cooking, got bits and pieces in there. There's my stove and my plates, and there's my food. So all set up. So I'm going to let it get a little bit more dark. Or should I say? Pretty much everyone's gone home now, except for that chap down there. And, it's so nice, it's so relaxing. And it's an odd feeling when you watch everyone leaving and you're staying. It's weird, but it's really good, really nice. Good evening, campers. Welcome to Cocktails in Barbados. Cheers. Sports energy drink, you understand? I think I'm going to be getting some din-dins on in a minute. Ooh. And din-dins is going to consist of pasta and sauce cooked on that with a few cashews thrown in to bulk it out a bit. living the dream. You guys can't see it, but over there's some amazing views. You're just looking down from the South Downs right across towards London. It's amazing. Seeing the cars go past, which seems like they're in another world. And the lights going on and off. It's so lovely. And there's a handy drinks holder covered in sheep shit. You know when you cracked it off when you're 57 years of age. And you're in a tent drinking out of a boot covered in shit. So yeah, I'll get back to you when I'm in it. It's a little bit tight for the un-London amongst you. That means it's fucking freezing. There's some really funny noises at all. There's a bit of rustling a minute ago outside the tent, and your logical brain is like, well, it's clearly a rabbit. And your emotional side is, well, yeah, I'll give you that, but it's a rabbit with a fucking axe. Still, it's lovely in Barbados this time of year. Here we go. Right, watch the old tent go up. Ooh. My glasses are steaming up. I'll tell you what, something I've learnt real quick is that you have to be really organised. The fuck was that? Jesus. What the fuck? Well, I'm going to carry on like nothing happened and hope my droning voice scares whatever that was away. Blimey. Yeah, you have to be really organised. I keep putting stuff down because you've got lots of bits and pieces like cooking stuff and God knows what, and forgetting where they are, like immediately. And you're laying there in your sleeping bag in like a 2 by 2 metre square space, not even that, and you keep losing stuff. So yeah, be organised. If I don't see you again, it's like some sort of found footage horror film, isn't it? I don't know what it was. It made some growling sound. Hey ho. Right, by the sounds of it, we have liftoff. Let's have a look. Yeah, that's boiling as far as I'm concerned. Got the old macaroni cheese pasta waiting expectantly. Right. Developments, eh? The excitement never starts, does it? I'll see you after dinner. Morning, campers. It was pretty cold last night, but it was warm in here. But then again, I've got every single piece of clothing that I own on. Been awake, what time is it? 7:15. Been awake for about an hour, just dozing. I called into my Fitbit. How much sleep did I get? According to this, I got 7.5 minutes, which is pretty good, I think. I think maybe it's time to put the kettle on and have a look outside. So I guess this is what they call, well, I doubt if they call it this in camping circles, but I guess this is what you might call the money shot. Let's have a look, see what's going on. What was that? But it's a chilly wind, and oh, see the lights over there? I think that's Brighton, right in the distance. It's a chilly wind, so it's not going to be exactly going down to the pool in a Greek island, but it's really nice. It's I think they call it invigorating. So, I better get the coffee on and start thinking about lugging all this crap back down the hill. See you in a bit. There we go. Leave no trace, apart from a few flat leaves. It's 8:30, and we better get on down the hill. Right, see you later. Right, I'm back at the van after my little adventure, and it was really nice. I really loved it. I know it didn't look like it, but I was smiling inside. The whole thing is so far out of not your comfort zone, but it's just, you know, if it's your first time, obviously, it's something that you just don't do. Sort of camp out, everyone's going home, you stay out, you watch the sunset, you watch the sunrise. It's just really lovely. It's a lot of work, a lot of faffing about, but when it's your first time, I guess it's going to be like that. You know what I mean? You just got to get used to it, get into the swing of it, get into the habit of wild camping. But the thing, a lot of people do it, I think, obviously to recharge your batteries, to get to de-stress, etc. And yeah, I mean, it kind of gives you that, but one night doesn't. I mean, I'm going home now, it's not even been 24 hours, so ideally for me, I think it will be a 2 or 3 day event in the future. I'm reasonably fit. Struggling up there with 16 kilos was bloody hard work. Coming down was easy. Obviously I'd drunk my beer and done the wine and all the water, so I was probably down to about 13 kilos coming down, and I reckon with a lot of resting I could walk like that all day. So it's a question of getting the weight down, but I don't want to lose that chair because I'm old and I want to sit down properly. I don't want to sit on the floor. But yeah, all in all, it was great. It was nicer than I thought. A little bit of a few wobbles there. My mind started racing at around about midnight. Not racing, but you know, you get these thoughts. I am in the middle of nowhere, and this is very interesting. But yeah, so all the videos I've watched kind of prepared me a bit for that, and it went well. Nothing went wrong. I had all the right kit. I was warm enough, even though it dropped down to 3 degrees. People I watch include Paul Mesno. He's good. He's nuts and bolts. He's all about kit. He's really worth watching. There's a chap, Bushman Blue. He's extreme. He goes, I mean, he will camp out his tent in one of his things. His tent was covered in snow, and he's just laughing his head off. He's absolutely crackers, but he's fantastic. There's a girl called Wild Bear, I think it is. She's really good. She's obviously got a bug. She just grins from ear to ear doing these wild camps, and she's good at it. She knows what she's doing, and you can see she gets a lot out of it. She really enjoys it, as do everybody that does these videos. It's quite a thing. So I mean, if you're if you're thinking about doing it, have a look at those videos, and you know, there's plenty of others that are really good. I think Backpacking UK, he's good because he's a lot about kit, but he loves a bargain. He'll go into like B&M and try and get camping stuff, and he'll get a few bits and pieces, and he'll just go crackers about it. And I'm sitting there going crackers as well because I love a bargain too. He's good for little bits and pieces. And Daily Outdoors, he's quite good. He's deadpan, and he's quite a lot about kit and stuff, you know, that you need to get. So yeah, so this is my video for my first wild camping experience. I hope it wasn't too boring. I'm gonna probably put this on YouTube, which will be another first. I've never done anything like that before, so I guess I'm opening myself up for a world of trolling. But we'll see what happens. I'm gonna stick it out there, and if people like it, I might stick another one out there. And yeah. It was interesting camping in the winter as well. I mean, it was 3 degrees, it was cold, but I wasn't cold. So I think I've made some good kit choices and whatever. It didn't cost me a lot of money. Well, I suppose a lot of money is relative, isn't it? But yeah, and I've got, you know, enough stuff. I've bought it now, and then when you go, it's free, obviously. Apart from spending money on alcohol and food. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to when the weather gets a bit warmer. Maybe my pack will be a bit lighter, and my wife actually expressed an opinion about coming because I've been banging on about it and driving her absolute crackers watching these videos. And she said to me she'll come with me one day, and as she was walking out of the room, I heard when hell freezes over. So I think that's a bit ambiguous whether she will or not. But well, I love it, so that's what's important. So thank you very much for watching. Yeah. If you're thinking about doing it, I mean, I'm assuming some of you watch this video because the title of it, I'm guessing, will be my first wild camp, and it will be people that are thinking about doing it. And I thoroughly recommend it. It's great. It's out of your comfort zone a bit. It's a little bit hard work. You've got to think about what you're doing. You've got to be organised in your tent, otherwise you'll put stuff down and you won't find it again because it'll just slip under the sleeping bag, all that. And so yeah, just do it. It's fantastic. Cheers and see you later.